Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sportsfellas.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Straight out the DMV, the burgundy and gold, and the Tar Heel tough. Mr. Brett is here.
Emerging from the black hole, pissed off, but still bleed silver and black. Your boy, Big John.
This is your Rocky Mountain High, Roll Tide, Hook 'em Horn, Mullen, Penn State, Nittany Lions. Last but not least, the authentic Tomahawk Chop, Florida State Seminole fan, and your power quacking Oregon Ducks. Go Ducks. It's your host, Carlos. You guys, we are here at week 4 now. We've had a lot of upsets and a lot of inconsistencies, so we will dive in on that. Also, we'll talk a little bit about Chuck's Dugout. There has been a switch up in the Major League Baseball Oktoberfest going on. And also, we will talk about Chris's fantasy football lineup and the game day of the week, Driz and Los players of the weeks, and bruh,
I don't know.
And then last but not least, we're going to do the quiet pillow football talk. And
The last dawn, the big word.
all right, it's the last word of dawn. Come on, get it together to show, man.
I know, right?
This guy, take an L for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we dive in, let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but here at Sportsfellas, things can get, well, a nice right funk going on sometimes. And in that time of need, we turn to our friend Kimberly Sampson, our own personal Cincy independent consultant. She is our favorite star consultant, so for your scent needs, get a hold of Kimberly at heavenlyscentswithkim@gmail.com or visit her website, heavenlyscentswithkim.cincy.us. You can also call her at 316-282-7363. That's Kimberly Sampson at Cincy, our favorite independent
All right,
consultant.
so we have Chuck's Dugout. We are in right now, getting closer to Oktoberfest, and things are shaking up. So on the American side, we know already that the New York Yankees have clinched, the Cleveland Guardians, the Houston Astros. And then on the wild card side, we have the Baltimore Orioles. And right now, the Detroit Tigers won up the Kansas City Royals. Come on, Royals. We could show some love here. Move on over to the national side. The Philadelphia Phillies, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Milwaukee Brewers, the San Diego Padres, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, stay tuned. We will follow up as playoffs are going forward. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Hey guys, why don't you check out She Barber Cuts Barbershop and give Markeisha Brown, the licensed professional barber there, a call at 316-218-3566 for all your haircut needs. She's got cuts for kids, adults, and for those looking for the good one, the deluxe with beard trims, wash, and hot towels. So don't forget to give Markeisha a call at She Barber Cuts and see her at 2319 North Ridge, Barber Suite 6A here in Wichita, Kansas.
Here we are, college game day of the week. We have an SEC showdown. We have the number 4 Roll Tide, the Alabama Crimson Tide, going against the number 2 Georgia Bulldogs. All right, this is going to be a very interesting game. This could be definitely playoff contention here. Don, I'm going to kick it off with you. Who are you taking?
Well, both teams are looking pretty good. I'm about to give a slight edge to Georgia with the fact of it being at home, because I think they're a pretty faster team and got better defense. But, you know, I know Alabama's got a little more speed, but I think Georgia defense is going to be able to try to keep them contained. And like I said, it's at their house, so, you know, they're not going to let the fans down.
Okay, I'm going to have to go Roll Tide on this one. Seen that last game when Georgia played Kentucky? Oh, boy. They struggled against that unranked opponent. You got to bring it against Alabama, but I'll say if they struggle that bad against them, Alabama's going to get them.
I'm going to go ahead and take Alabama as well. Alabama has shown already they can run the ball, they can scrimmage out, also extend the plays. The only concern I have is that Georgia, just like I said, they're just the experienced team. Yeah, they missed going to the championship last year, but they're still a championship caliber team. So this is going to be a phenomenal showdown, and this is what we were looking forward to. So, but I will take Alabama. Okay, let's move on over to Chris's fantasy football lineup. So we've had some up and downs, and so we know already there's certain players we got to avoid. So not trying to throw it out there, Mark Andrews. But anyways, Brett, who do you suggest starting off on the offense?
Offense-wise, I'm going to have to take King Henry. Did a fabulous job against Dallas yesterday. And on the other side of the ball, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to say Chiefs defense. They've been good at stopping the run consistently. Where it was their Achilles heel for the last few years, they have really stepped it up.
Shoot. With all these upsets, it's been kind of hard for me to kind of doubt myself here lately because, I'm having my picks and they've been kind of disappointed. But for defense, I'm going to start off with the Jets defense because they've been pretty stout in, containing, teams. And, they got that good front that's kind of, containing the run and stop them, slowing them down. And so, therefore, it makes it easier to, to contain the pass. So, and they got a decent matchup this coming week. So, I think Jets defense and then offensively, let's take a pick. I'm going to have to go with Saquon Barkley because yesterday after that New Orleans defense looked tough against Dallas, he just ran all over them and they just couldn't seem to find an answer to stop him. So that'd be my pick for the week.
I'm going to go on the offense side. I was going to choose Saquon. I'm going to choose DK Metcalf. I feel right now him and Geno Smith are on rapport, and the both of them are just excelling. And one of the key things that's making this Seahawks team so different. Now, am I saying they're dangerous? Not sold yet. But what I am intrigued about is how they're able to still run the ball, get the passes out, getting everybody involved. And DK Metcalf is just becoming the prime target. And so that's, if you have him, start him. Defensively, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to have a true test coming up against the Packers, even though it's not Jordan Love, but it's a rival. You're going to Lambeau, so you're just going to have to go in there and show that you guys can be a 4-0 team and possibly be in contention of getting the division. So that's my take on that. We're going to go ahead and dive into the Week 4 lineup. We've had some up and downs here. We're going to kick it off here with the Thursday night game. We have them boys, the Dallas Cowboys, going against the G-Men, the New York Giants. Brett, who are you taking?
Dallas, if you fool around and lose to the Giants, just quit the whole season. Just quit.
Hi.
Okay.
But yeah, everything's pointing Dallas' direction to beat the Giants because right now the Giants did look good against Cleveland, but it was Cleveland right now. So I think right now Dallas is really desperate right now. They need to win this game, so I'm going to have to go with Dallas on this one.
I'm going to take Dallas as well. It's just right now, Myles Garrett was out yesterday, and the Giants were able to utilize their tight end and got a lot of looks, and the Giants look good. They did a great job going against Cleveland, but I think Dallas has got to get this win. If they do lose, there's going to be questions and there's going to be trouble in the Big D. So let's just we're rooting for Dallas, but we'll see.
Not really.
All right, next up we have the Battle of the Cats. We have the Carolina Panthers going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Don, who you taking?
I'm going with Cincinnati on this one. Even though Carolina looked great against the Raiders, it just seemed like the Raiders were off that game. And I think maybe it could be a fluke, not just to say, not to talk trash, but I think it's just one of them games that the Raiders just didn't have it in them. So, Cincinnati, they got too many weapons to go against that Carolina team, so I'm picking Cincinnati.
Cincy as well. Carolina. The sun was shining on them the other day, but they're gonna go up against Cincinnati, and Cincinnati gonna rock them.
This is a welcome home party for Andy Dalton, and I know that there's going to be a lot of heart going in. But the problem is that right now Joe Burrow and them, they're more stout. They're a little bit more complex going in offensively. Defensively, I feel that Andy Dalton could maybe dissect a little bit their secondary. But the thing is the games that we've shown already is that their run game is not that great, and plus their options. I mean, if Deion Johnson gets looked at, it's fine, but they're going to come in with a better game plan. So I'm going to take Cincinnati. Going on up, we have an NFC South showdown. We have the Houday, the New Orleans Saints, going against the Atlanta Falcons. Who are you taking, Brett?
I'm gonna take New Orleans. Yesterday, they had a bad game yesterday, and I guess it was coming up off the high of beating the Dallas Cowboys, but I expect them to bounce back. And although it is a home game for Atlanta, and these NFC South games between them are always tough, but I'm gonna say New Orleans to squeak it out.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup with two divisional opponents. It's going to be in Atlanta, and I don't know what the status is on the center for New Orleans when he got hurt in that Philly game. because once he got hurt, it made it hard for them to stop, the defensive line for Philly, to contain them. But if I had to choose right now, I still have to go with Rock New Orleans on this one because they got a lot. I still have to go with Rock New Orleans on this one because they got a lot more weapons to go to than Atlanta.
New Orleans suffered a loss, so did Atlanta. Atlanta, they played with heart. I mean, it's just that you went toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl champions, and they just squeaked out and won. New Orleans, on the other hand, they looked stunned when the Eagles just found a way to win. So you're taking those two losses and you put in here, it's the matter of who's going to capitalize on the mistakes. And from the way I'm seeing it, I feel that there's still not a rapport there in Atlanta. Like something's missing there. I don't know if it's their line. It's just Kirk Cousins. He's getting it going and the options are there, but I just don't feel they're in unison. And then on the New Orleans side, you got Derek Carr that still got the arm. Mm-hmm. You got Kamara. So we need Rashid to kind of step up a little bit. I think this is going to be a nice showdown, but New Orleans is going to come in and rock the house. So I'll take New Orleans. Next up, we have an AFC South showdown. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars going against the Houston Texans. Brett, who you taking?
Houston at home, I say Houston to take it. They got bouncing back from the loss they took from yesterday. Jacksonville, to me, they still haven't gotten all together yet and paid Trevor Lawrence all the money.
Yeah, I'm also going to have to rock with Houston because right now Jacksonville hasn't shown me nothing. They have what it takes to win, and they're struggling. They just don't have what it takes, and they get, like I said before, they gave Trevor Lawrence all that money, and he's just not proving himself worthy. And I'm just rolling with Houston.
I just feel that Jacksonville, there's something going on that we're not aware of. And I feel that maybe Coach Peterson, he might be losing the locker room. Something's going on. Those guys are going in demoralized. It's just not going like it needs to be. And right now on the flip side with Houston just got rocked by the Vikings. And that is a defense that gave C.J. Stroud a hard time. So it goes to show there is some weak holes.
That's what she said.
On that line as well. And even though Diggs did have a great game, but still, they were outclassed, outbeat. It's just all the way around. But this is going to be a bounce back for Houston. Houston's going to need this win. So I'm going to take Houston. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos going against the Jets.
Jets.
Who are you taking, Don?
Coming off these games yesterday, I'm still going to have to roll with the Jets because Aaron Rodgers looked good that last game, and Denver, even though it was an impressive win against Tampa Bay, I think they just can't, stop that D-line from shutting them down. So I'm going to have to roll with the Jets.
I'm going to take the Jets too. Aaron Rodgers starting to gel a little bit with that Jets offense, and him and Lazard were out there just representing their last game. So that's why I'm picking is the Jets.
Well, yeah, they have rapport already since they've already played together in Green Bay. And so looking at how Aaron Rodgers is going to break this down, this is not his first rodeo. He knows very well how these defenses line up, and he's got a little experience against Sean Payton. So therefore, Denver, even though last time I didn't choose you and you won, I'm going to keep it up that way. So maybe there could be some fortune there. So I'll take the Jets. Moving on over to NFC North showdown. We have Skol. The Minnesota Vikings going against the Green Bay Packers. Who are you taking, Brent?
Green Bay at home. Green Bay at home because it's tough going up to the frozen tundra and playing them Packers. And I'll give a shout out that this is probably going to be their first L that they take this week. I can see it.
Man, these are two teams with pretty good defenses running so far, containing a lot of teams. So, man, if I have to choose right now, I'm have to go with Green Bay on this one because depending on how questionable Sam Darnold is, that's going to be the key of the game. But I do believe Green Bay's defense is what's going to contain them, and then it's going to be a low-scoring game.
I'm going to take Green Bay as well. Green Bay plays well against the Vikings at home. I mean, we've seen through the years, we've seen them trading off back and forth, but just the Vikings going in to Lambeau, I just feel that, and especially you said it, Sam Darnold, but if their defense can keep them in, of course the Vikings might win. But overall, I feel that the Packers are going to be more calibrated to challenge the Vikings. So I'll take the Packers. Next up, we have the Iron Curtain, the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Indianapolis Colts. Brett, who are you taking?
I'll take Pittsburgh, man. Fields has impressed me these last couple games, and the Pittsburgh defense just beating guys up. I like that, so I'll take Pittsburgh.
Man, I would say there would be an upset because after yesterday's games, there were so many upsets, but I think Pittsburgh defense is a little too tough, and Justin Fields is going to be doing just enough what it takes to help him win. So I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh.
I'm going to roll with the Iron Curtain defense. You have Watt that's just taking care of business. That team looks ramped, and I feel that this year Coach Tomlin has them electrified. They're going out there determined to win, and they're playing smash mouth football. That's Steeler football. So I'm going to take the Steelers. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams going against the Bears. Chicago Bears. Who are you taking?
See, I would have easily said the Bears, but after watching the Rams fight back through the injuries against San Francisco, man, it's a tough pick. But I think deep down right now, I think the Rams might edge this game out just slightly over Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Rams as well. Chicago has struggled to protect the quarterback the last couple of games, and Caleb Williams just getting destroyed out in the field. So I'm taking Rams.
I'm going to take the Rams as well. I just feel that their run game is going to probably wear and tear the Bears defense, and then at the end, that's going to open up for more play. So I'll take the Rams. Next up, we have the Fly Eagles Fly. The Philadelphia Eagles going against the Buccaneers. Who are you taking, Brett?
Let me go with Buccaneers. I feel they took the L yesterday, and then that's going to be enough to wake them up. Baker Mayfield's going to get back on his horse and ride again, so we'll take the Buccaneers.
I want to say Philly on this one, but I think because Devontae's about to be out for a couple of games for the concussion protocol, and A.J. Brown is not there, and unless Goddard and who did they Philly pick up for Washington? The receiver, the slot receiver.
From Washington. I forget.
Okay, we gotta look into that.
Yeah, but depending on him and Goddard and Saquon, I don't know if that's going to be enough against Tampa Bay because without their top two receivers, it's going to be hard to beat Tampa. So I'm going to have to give Tampa the slight edge on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Tampa as well. This is just going to be a game where they're going to come in. Okay. What happened was that overall the Eagles barely squeezed by, and they found their awakening. And the deal is that Tampa just got kicked in the mouth and realized, like, oh, okay, so we're not there yet. We're not super there yet. And so Tampa Bay's at home again. Hopefully they can capitalize on that, but I'll take Tampa Bay on that. Next up, we have the New England Patriots going against the Gold Rush of the San Francisco 49ers. Who you taking, Don?
I'm about to roll with San Francisco on this one because, after the loss they just took, they're going to be pretty upset. And I know New England's got a good defense, but offensively, I don't think they have enough that's going to help them beat this game. So I'm about to roll with San Francisco.
I'm going to say the same. Frisco to bounce back. New England, I mean, they good looking team, but I don't see San Francisco dropping 2 games back to back.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Niners as well. I just feel that they're more well-rounded than New England. New England's offense is not that great. Their run game is not that impressive, and you just got the 49ers team that's just a little bit more experienced and know they're anticipating, they're waiting for Debo and Ayuk to come back. That team will be back to where they need to be. But right now, Jennings is taking the team by storm right now, so keep an eye out on that. Next up, we have Brett's team, the Washington Commanders, going against the Arizona Cardinals. Who are you taking, Don?
I think right now with Arizona, I'm in Washington, I'm going to have to go with Arizona because Kyler Murray's got that team moving, and Marvin Harrison Jr. just, flying him in corners. So I'm going to have to take them at home.
Yes, I want to go with the old burgundy and gold. But I know it's going to be a long shot, so I'm sad to say I'm going to have to go with AZ on this one. But it depends on what they do tonight against the Bengals, which hopefully I hope they can do a whole lot better. But it's all about getting the scoring in the red zone because that's where they struggled at.
Yeah, it's going to be Arizona. Arizona's more high octane, especially Kyler Murray. He's a player that knows how to extend the plays. He's a player that just keeps the team going. And like I said, him and Marvin Harrison, that's a dynamic duo there. It's a fun team to watch. Next up, we have Chiefs Kingdom. The Kansas City Chiefs going against the danger zone, the Los Angeles Chargers. Who are you taking?
I'm rolling with KC because after look at the Chargers and how they took that beat down and Herbert's down, they ain't gonna have what it takes.
I was gonna go with the Chargers on this one, and then like I said, Herbert got injured, but like I said, Harbaugh's good at finding those diamonds in the rough, and he's good at boosting the morale of getting the next man up. I don't want to necessarily say it's gonna. Well, okay, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be Chargers upset.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm saying it now. Chiefs take their first L.
Interesting. Nope. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I just feel that, Mahomes, he knows how to play against the Chargers. I feel that with you got Rashid Wright and Xavier Worthy, they're going to just torch that secondary. And if they even do go to a high-octane game, the problem is that Mahomes, he's going to have to bounce back, especially with that performance that he had in Atlanta that Sunday night game. But the Chiefs are going. They're just going to keep going, rolling until someone that's calibered up, like maybe Buffalo or someone that's in that range will challenge him. So I'll take the Chiefs. Next up, we have the Dog Pound, Cleveland Browns, going against the commitment to excellence, the Las Vegas Raiders. Who are you taking, Don?
Well, it's upset as I am right now, Adam. I'm still going to take my team, the Raiders, because that game was horrible, so they got to have a bounce back at home. They also home opener, but now they better come back firing on all cylinders because you can't lose two home games in a row to start this season. So I'm taking my Vegas Raiders.
I just cut Don. He bleeds black and silver. It's known. Okay, wipe it up. Anyways, I'm just joking.
Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the black hole on this one. Go with the Raiders Nation. That game against Carolina yesterday, I think that was their wake up call. They needed a good slap upside the head, and so yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Raiders as well. If Myles Garrett is still out, Minshew's going to just be able to stay in the pocket, extend the plays. And right now, it depends. Because secondary-wise, I'm concerned because, Amari Cooper, he's going to be hard to cover. And if they can go in with the game plan, that would work. But I feel like if Jameis Winston could go in there and take Deshaun Watson's spot, that would be nice. Yeah. It would be. I feel that could be a change of pace, but who knows. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans going against Flipper and the Miami Dolphins. Who are you taking?
I might take Tennessee on this one. Miami just, I don't know, just struggled a little bit. But then again, I can't really tell on that one. But I'll just go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and just say Tennessee.
Hey, I'm rocking with Tennessee right now because Skylar Thompson just went out too. So right now, with them not having a stable quarterback right now, to get the ball to your guys like Tyreek or Jalen Waddle, which means you can't get the run game going. So I'm gonna have to go with Tennessee because they do have a pretty good defense.
I'm gonna take Tennessee as well. They're gonna have to do. Willis is gonna have to. That quarterback situation there is terrible. Mm-hmm. That's just terrible. And the thing is you've got decent wide receivers. You got DeAndre Hopkins there. You have people that can help, but you're not helping out when your quarterback's making boneheaded decisions. So I'll take Tennessee on this one. We have a very interesting game here. We have the Seattle Seahawks going against Detroit's finest, the Detroit Lions. Don, who are you taking?
Man, Seattle's hot right now, but I think this is the game where it's just this is where they take their stumble. So it's Detroit at home. They got to win in front of the home crowd and get it going. So I'm going to take Detroit.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit as well. looked good in their last game, and then Seattle's gonna probably get that wake up call in Detroit.
No, I think they're going to fly in screeching, and they're going to pick on the Lions. I feel Seattle's going to win, and this is why. Seattle has a better offensive firepower going in. I mean, St. Brown is good, and there's no denying that. But I just feel Seattle's more aggressive when it goes to the offense, and especially right now with Walker being out, they're just using. Okay, Don, say his name again. The running back.
Smith and Jigma.
No, running back.
Oh, the running back? Oh, Charbonnet.
Yeah, Charbonnet. I can never remember his name. But anyways, they've got a better weapons going in. So I'm going to take Seattle. All right, the game day of the week is going to be brought to you by She Cuts Barbers. We have Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Bills, going against them Dirty Birds of the Baltimore Ravens. Don, who are you taking?
Man, talk about a great game. You know, both of them. If I have to take this pick solely on because of defense, I'm going to have to go with Buffalo. They have the slight better defense than Baltimore right now because we know Josh Allen's going to run the ball, and James Cook seems to have been picking up his pace. And right now, it's either going to be a shootout if both defenses fail, or it's going to be a close game because both defenses decide to show up. But it's going to be the slight edge to Buffalo.
I'm going to go Buffalo on this one. That last game when they played against Dallas, they had this very bad thing with struggling in the final minutes of the game, and you do that against Buffalo, they gonna kill you. So I'm going with the Bills on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Bills Mafia as well. Josh Allen is just gonna torch them in the middle, and especially with Cook making his own statement of being the top running back right now. That's all they got to do is wear a tear on them. And then start getting some receivers going. Don't be surprised if Kincaid is going to be involved. And don't be surprised as well if MVS, because MVS already has a history of torching Baltimore secondary. So I'm going to take the Bills as well. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
With spring here and all the storms on their way, you need to make sure you have the proper home, auto, and all your properties insured. We here at Razor Cut Information just can't get enough of our favorite insurance man, Ernie Ruelas. Please visit Ernie and his State Farm agency at 11330 East Central Avenue, Suite 400, Wichita, Kansas, 316-682-2300. Thank you so much, Ernie.
All right, the Driz and Lowe's Players of the Week. Who do you nominate, Brett?
Let's see. Who do I nominate? Okay, I just had it, and then my mind just went blank. Let's see. On the defensive side, I'll go with Watt from out of Pittsburgh. I mean, he's been just terrorizing quarterbacks. Not only just this week, but in the last couple of weeks. But I'm picking him on the defensive side. And one more time, I'm going with King Henry for Baltimore. Had a great showing yesterday. I think he had over 200 yards rushing. So those are my players. Those are my picks.
As much as I hate to say this, I'm going to have to go with Carrot Top Andy Dalton. He came into Vegas with a game plan, and he just picked our defense apart. They looked like they weren't ready, and he just torched them. Deontay Johnson, he was getting it to him, and the Chuba Hubbard run game. But Andy Dalton I feel, with the yards, he's the offensive player of the week. And then defensively, I'm going to have to, go back to, to the unit of the Jets because, Quentin Williams on that D-line for the Jets was just punishing New England. So they couldn't get their run game going. They held Ramondre Stevenson to 0.3 fantasy points. So he did a good job, shutting down New England. So that's my pick of the week.
On the defensive side, I'm going to still take the Minnesota Vikings, the way they were handling C.J. Stroud. I mean, yes, they were still getting a little bit picked apart with Stephon Diggs, but overall, they made C.J. not comfortable, and so those Minnesota fans did their part. On the offensive side, I'm going to have to hand it to, again, DK Metcalf. He's coming, showing that's why he is one of the top receivers in the league. I mean, he did such a great job just handling the team, and now they're 3-0 right now, so morale is high there. All right, next up, this next show.
I don't know.
Brought to you by State Farm. Call our friend Ernie Rellis. Brett, what do you got?
I don't know, man. I said that back in the beginning, before week 1, I don't see Dallas Cowboys making the playoffs. And for each and every week I see y'all play, y'all making it. Y'all making the my prediction come reality. Step it up, man. Well, although I want you to lose, but step it up, man. Step it up.
Man, what's up with my entire Raider team right now? This was supposed to be y'all home opener, man, and y'all came in there and just, I don't know what happened. It just they like looked like they weren't ready, or either they weren't ready, or something's off with the team, or something's going on in the locker room. But whatever it is, they need to fix that right now, because there's no way we should have lost to Carolina that game. You know, the team that ain't been able to do nothing in the first 2 weeks, and then, you know, we have a great, impressive win against Baltimore, and they come to the first home opener and then do this. Come on, guys, step it up, man.
I'm going to have to throw it out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How you going to let Denver come in with no offensive weapons, and then you let their defense control, and Baker didn't do it, Mike Evans was Godwin barely got in there. I mean, that was a come on, bro. Really? You let Denver do that? Now you got Denver all happy and everything. Okay, guys, it's getting a little tiring here, and now it's time to hit the lights, hit those candles. We're tuning in into the Quiet Pillow Football Talk. It's brought to you by Century 3 by Kim. Don, what do you have to share?
Man, like I said, and I'm sure by my Raiders right now.
Oh, tell it.
And Antonio Pierce needs to get in that locker room now. Get everybody together like, hey, whoever's here don't want to be here, it's time to go and get the stepping. We want people here that's who wants to play. Because right now, he said that. It seems like some players made business decisions. Well, then he said he needs to make business decisions and get people in here that want to play. So that's my feeling that I need to put out there right now.
All right.
Yeah, good to see you on the Raiders. Come on up to the front of the congregation, man. Come on. Boy, all this bragging about the Raider Nation defense. They sitting there getting smoked.
Oh,
by Andy Dalton, man.
Carrot Top.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boy, we thought Andy Dalton was washed when he left Dallas. Boy, he was putting them whooping on him. But the Saints, I ain't gonna let you off the hook neither. He done scored like 90 points in the last 2 games you played, and then you let the Eagles come in there and put the whooping on you too. Come on, what y'all doing, man? What?
Oh, well, what can I say? Miami. I thought we were going to Miami, but it looks like I don't want to go there no more. I'm saying no quarterback. Everyone looked disgruntled. Coach McDaniels looks lost. You know, he needs someone to hold him. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that everything's going to be all right. So that's my take on that. So get it together, Miami. All right. We're stretched out. We are here. Now we're going to kick off the last show.
The last word of Dawn. And my last word right now is I want to apologize to the fans out there for the fantasy picks of picking my Raider team players, against Carolina, and they put this performance. And for any of y'all that pick Raider players in their defense, I do apologize out there because they disappointed me and they disappointed y'all. But I guarantee you, they'll redeem themselves against the Dog Pound, and it won't be the Dog Pound. It's gonna be the Puppies.
My final word. Tonight, we got something we have to prove. The Burgundy and Gold going up against them Bengals. Hopefully, we've fixed the mistakes that we can fix, so we can finally when we get to the red zone, we gotta score. Yeah, I mean D-backs, secondary, you guys have got to close off them routes. We can do it. We can win. Let's go.
I'm telling you guys, Kansas City right now, there's a target on their back right now. Kansas City, they're not beating nobody convincingly. And yes, we can hear on one side, but we're still winning. You know what? That's going to come short. Now, I can't sit there and talk too bad because they're still capitalizing on win, but we all understand as well. They have a really easy schedule kind of going in. They still have some teams they still have to play, but it's just that Kansas City right now is showing to you they're vulnerable. And so we just need that. Who's going to be that team that's going to step up and say, hey, we've got the formula? I mean, they still have to play the 49ers. They still have to play the Eagles, I believe.
And the Bills.
And don't count Denver. I mean, the Raiders, maybe, if you guys can get one in. But right now, Kansas City, all eyes are on them right now. So that wraps up week 4. Any shout-outs before we go?
Shout out to all of us here, just being here. Shout out to those who could make it here on the broadcast today. And once again, hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey, give a shout out to Raider Nation that we will be better. We will do better. Raider Nation for life. And to all the fellas here, and we all getting together, talking football. It's just fun.
Yeah, shout out to the fans out there, the Raider Nation fans out there. They hung out at Barron's. That was an awesome experience. It was all black and silver, and I had this bright little orange Denver Bronco lanyard. I was holding strong. I was like, yeah. So thank you for the hospitality out there. Thank you, Eric and the gang, for doing what you guys do, especially Dobby Designs as well and Powell. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to you guys as well. It goes to show again that we at times are living our lives, we're working, we're doing things, and it's just when we get away and we just put on the mic and we're talking sports, it's just good to get away from that. So thank you guys, and stay tuned. Week 5's coming up. We're out.